Welcome back to Base Camp, WNC. We're here at the Mill Creek Homestead working on a spring water job, and we're going to pull the dam out. Well, we're done here now. Inlet comes in here. This is the finished product. We're getting ready to put the plastic cover over it, rock it, clove it. Well, we got a 1-inch line coming out here, and it's going down to Carolina spring box. And then this concrete 1,000-gallon cistern was already here from previous being used. So we've got it going in. This is a 1-inch PEX line for the pump or the foot valve to come out. We've used hydraulic cement to seal up all the holes in it. We yet to go ahead and figure out how many gallons, how much, what the flow rate is. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to cover this up right now. We're going to put the plastic on, some rocks to hold it down, and then we're going to go ahead and cover it, scratch a little bit of a ditch over here to divert any water, and then start backfilling the pipe. Well, here it is, and what he's done is the water comes out the other side of this little pipe and one over here. But what we're gonna do is, of course it rained hard and it put all this silt in. We're gonna just put a shorter dam from here right over to here and capture his water. And then we're gonna dig a trench to divert it. But let's go play in the mud. As you can see right there, got a lot of flow right there. And then let's back up here a little bit. One coming in here, one coming in here. So as I always say, you want them to flow into the dam. So we're gonna come right back here and we're gonna dig a hole in here for that thing to fall into. Okay, this is a Carolina water tank spring collar. And even though the labels are water inlet or outlet, if you notice from this here to here is only this deep. So what we're going to do, we're going to turn it over and use this as the outlet. And this is the overflow so that we then have a lot further to drive it in the ground. Okay, we have the H pipe in the bottom, and that's the outflow. You can see that it's coming out. I do still put a piece of plastic just underneath that pipe so it doesn't suck up dirt. But that pipe, let me show you. Right here's the pipe. And when I say put it below, you can see the water coming out of the spring here. And this one here is a little bit easier. It drops down about 4 inches to into here. Because it was coming out here and one other spot over here. And when we dug it down, I took a glob of dirt here and it was just part of this flow coming out over here. So that's where water's taking the path of least resistance. And this way, it has to drop down into a pit to come out this pipe. And it is flowing really good. So we're gonna go ahead and fill this full of gravel. Well, the creek right here, the spring's still flowing. And of course it's above the rock, so we're gonna fill this whole back end full of rock so the plastic or mud doesn't stop the flow. Well, here's the finished product. Once again, we've got that gravel packed up. It's hard to tell, but that thing's about a 30-degree angle from the back end of it down to the top of the dam. We're going to put plastic up in there, completely cover that rock. We've got to, this piece of plastic we're going to put over it. Put rocks on it, cover it all up. We're going to put an overflow pipe in that top fitting. And of course we got down the grade on the pipe going into the Carolina spring box, going into the tank. We measured the flow. It's doing 3 quarts a minute coming into the spring box, so that's going to be a little over 1,000 gallons a day. We have the hydraulic cement sealing up everything on the tank, and 1-inch PEX that'll be hooked to the pump. We're going to put my filter system in when we come back and hook the pump up when the cabin gets delivered. And I'll bring you back on the next one when this is all done. So if you ever need any help or any ideas, contact me here at Carolina Homestead Planner, and we'll help you out.